Tony Perry joins us right now, the Middletown, New Jersey mayor. Mayor, very good to have you. It is amazing to me, Mayor. I know you guys are trying to get answers that no one has them, but a good many of them are ruling things out before they even know what's going on.
And that was our message yesterday. You know, it's very concerning when you sit there and say that there's no imminent threat when you have all of these drones flying above your neighborhoods and our critical infrastructure. And Middletown is home to Naval Weapons Station Earl, and to have a military installation here in town and to be told there's no imminent threat and see no action by the federal government at all is very concerning, not just as a resident of this town, but as somebody that wants to see the safety and security of our military installations secure at all times, not just when the federal government decides it's important.
So let me ask you, a lot of the residents in your town, no doubt, seeing these things, and they always seem to pop at night, and they always seem to be in large numbers, including recently larger numbers. Has anyone tried to follow them? I know when it's lights off, you can't. It's difficult. But it seems that by the dozens, they're flying around, and they would be relatively easy to track when they're flying away.
Well, during yesterday's briefing, the state police told us that they had tried to track several of them, unfortunately weren't successful in any of those opportunities. And it's only a matter of time before somebody takes action into their own hands because they don't see action being taken by others. And while I would discourage any resident from doing such thing, it is alarming that we continue to sit here with more questions than answers 3-4 weeks after the first sightings of these drones. So I would encourage everyone to report those drones as they see them.
All right, I'm sorry, Mayor, interrupting you. Could I ask you another thing? It's always at night, like I say, and that really raises the issue. Someone doesn't want you to see these things very clearly, at least during daylight. So only at night, secreted away when the lights go out and they leave. Who could do that sort of thing outside of maybe the military?
Well, and that's why I'm more confident in the conversations and the briefings that we receive that this is not just a simple actor that is utilizing these drones.
Right.
This has to be some type of foreign adversary that is purposely poking fun at weak leadership. Unfortunately, when you see how long it took us to respond to the balloons that were traveling across the country, every day that goes by that no action is taken, there is more and more of an effort for this individual, or this adversary, whether it be a nation or organization, to continue doing what they're doing. And that is look over the critical infrastructures, our water reservoirs, our utility substations all across the state of New Jersey, and obviously, most importantly, our military installations, to know that they are hovering above Picatinny Arsenal, Naval Weapons Station Earl, Fort Dix. It's time that we start to get serious, and the federal government needs to step up and start using countermeasures to ensure the safety and security of our residents.
Yeah, to your point, Mayor, when I hear people say, don't worry, there's nothing to worry about, I start worrying because you keep assuring me I have nothing to worry about, but you don't clarify what I'm worried about. Mayor, thank you very much. Good seeing you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.